Hi guys, welcome. My name is Tato, and I'll be walking you through the building front end applications with React, specifically the Animal Fun Facts uh, project on Codecademy. Um, I was working on it yesterday, and I noticed there was no video tutorial on how to do it, and basically, after banging my head against the wall for the longest time, I finally figured out how to do it, and I thought, let me make a video tutorial on how to do it. I should mention that I do not work for Codecademy in any way. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. Um, I am just a student working through the curriculum myself, and yeah. Anyway, uh, let's get started. I was basically doing this to help out anyone who's struggling to figure this out, and hopefully, this will help someone who is struggling to figure out this project. Anyway, let's get started, guys. Animal fun facts. In this project, we'll build a program that allows users to click an animal on the screen in order to have a fun fact pop up. So, basically, long story short, this would be our final project here. And every time you click on, let's say, the dolphin, a fun fact will pop up about the dolphin like that. A lobster, as you can see, and the starfish. All right. Let's get started. If you get stuck during this project, you would like to see an experienced developer work through it, click Get Help to see a project walkthrough video. This feature is coming soon. Anyway, I thought I would do this feature because why not? And all right, let's get started. Let's get started. Why have I lost connection? What's going on? Connecting. Anyway, on line 1 in app.js, you should see an import statement. This is importing the animals object from animals.js. Feel free to take a look at it, but now we'll be coming back to it in a later task. For now, let's import the React and React DOM library starting on line 2. So let's import our React libraries. Import, spelled that wrong. Import React from React. Then import React DOM from our React DOM. Okay. By the way, guys, the animals objects they're referring to is this right here. As you can see, dolphin, lobster, starfish. This is where we're going to get all our information about our animals respectively. Next, add a title constant that will hold the value of the title. For now, set its value to an empty string. So let's just do that quickly. Const title. Whoops. Come on. Const title equals an empty string. Next. In addition, create an animal facts constant to hold the JSX expression that we want to be compiled. Set its value to an h1 element that contains our title. We still shouldn't see anything in the browser yet. We'll have to wait until we write our React DOM.render method before anything shows up. Okay, so const. I'm just gonna cut and paste this. Animal facts equals, remember, we must wrap it in parentheses, alright? Let's wrap it in parentheses, and we want it to be in H1. H1. there we go, and we want our title like that. Right. Let's just close this off here. Okay. There we go. Number 3. We could fill in the empty string assigned to title if we wanted to, but we could also leave it blank and let the JSX use a default value instead. Using the ternary operator, let the header use click an animal for a fun fact as a default if title is an empty string. So with ternary operator, if our title equals an empty string, then I would like, if that's true, if that evaluates to true, then title should equal click an animal for a fun fact. Otherwise, just give me title like that. And that's step 3 done. Step 4. Now it's time to write our React DOM render method. Let's pass in animal facts as the JSX expression that we want to be compiled and rendered. Click on index.html to find out what we should pass to document.getElementById. When finished, click save. If all goes well, we should see the text click an animal for fun fact appear on the screen. Alright, so let's just copy and paste this. React DOM.render. Alright, and our first argument is going to be animal facts. That, then document.get element by ID, and in there, in index.html, here, root. Alright, this is what we're going to put in our document.getElementById, root, like that, and click. If we save, we should see click an animal for a fun fact appear on our screen over there. Booyah! Awesome. Step 5, add a background. Somewhere above where animal facts is defined, create a constant name background. Const background, and set its value to an image element. So let's say equals image. Image. Alright, and let's give it some attributes. So class name will equal background. Okay, class name will be background. Alternative will be ocean, and our source will just be this, which we can cut and paste. Leave out the backticks there, right? Because remember, it's supposed to be like apostrophes or whatever you call them. Click save. Let's reformat the JSX expression stored in animal facts to include the background variable. Wrap the current header element and our new background variable inside of a div tag. Since the expression is going to be multiple lines, wrap it in parentheses. Click save. Alright, so over here, so we've already wrapped it in parentheses. Okay, let's just create our div. And our div, does our div need a class name? No, it does not. Wrap the current header element and a new background variable inside of a div tag. Okay. Yep, like that. Let's take this and we want to put that in there. Just remember to indent for readability, and then we're going to put in our background. So basically inject our background. And then if I press save, we should render this background here. Let's see. There we go. Task 6 complete. Alright, here we go, guys. Task 7. Use a for in loop to. Sorry, guys, I just want to clean this up here. There we go. Use a for in loop to iterate over the animal's object that we are importing in line 1. For each animal, add a new image to the images array. Assuming animal is the iterator variable, each image should have the following attributes. So these attributes there. Alright, let's do that. So you need to really just break it down. Images array. So use a for loop to iterate over the animal's object that we're importing in line 1. So that's this here. That's that over there. This is what we've imported. An images and an animal's object. For each animal, add a new image to the images array. So that tells us that we need to create an empty array, right? And we need to store it in the variable images like that. Now we can write our for in loop. So for let's say const. What's our iterator? Our iterator is animal. For animal in animals, which is our object animals, right? Images dot push, images dot push, images dot push, and we want to push in an image, right? An image which we close there. So our key is gonna be animal. So these are our attributes, okay, guys? Key is gonna be animal. Class name. Class name is gonna be animal. Alternative is gonna be animal. Our source is gonna be. I'm just gonna cut and paste this. Our aria label is gonna be animal, and our row, sorry, that's toll. Our row is gonna be button. That's task 7 complete. Hopefully it works. I struggle a little bit with this part. I'm always writing something on there. Anyway, task 7 complete. Task 8. Now that we have our array of images, let's inject it into a JSX expression. Underneath background, create a div. Underneath background, create a div. Give it a class name attribute, class name, and set it equal to animals. Set it equal to animals. And let's close this off. And over here, give a class name attribute, set it equal to animals, and we want our images. Let's cut. Finally click and save, and we should see our animals. Fingers crossed, guys. Save. Oh, it broke. It broke. Why does it keep breaking? Why? Alright guys, so for const animal in animals, const images, push. Hmm. So we've obviously done. So something's wrong here. Right? We've done something wrong. Const animal in animals. Did I spell that right? Images dot push key animal class name animal alternative animal source animals. I cut and paste that area label. Oh, that's spelled wrong. Animal. There we go. There we go. Whew. That's good, guys. That's good. It's easy, very easy to make mistakes. Also, um, the reason why so basically, guys, you need to move that images array up here, all right? Um, I don't think, like, it reads it top to down, so if you tell it that there's an images array somewhere here that it needs to read, you know? I don't understand the mechanics behind it, but that's what makes sense to me. Anyway, that's task 8 done. Awesome. Task 9. Add an event listener. Now that we have our animals displaying on the screen, we're ready to add an event listener. But first, let's write a function to handle this event. Create a function display fact that takes one argument e, the event target. It should pick a random fact based on the selected animal. Remember the alt tags of each image should match the property names in the animal. Okay, so over here we could say let's say function display fact that takes one argument e. So guys, this part here is actually very tricky. Okay, now that we have our animals displaying on the screen, we're ready to add an event listener, but first let's write a function to handle this event. Create a function display fact that takes one argument e, the event target. It should pick a random fact based on the selected animal. Alright, so let's create a const fact. Remember, it's always better to like really break up your code so that it's actually more readable. So we're going to go into our animals object, okay? And in our animals object, we are going to target, we're going to say target e um, e dot alternative, which is our animal, and we will say dot fact. Okay, so what did we do? We are basically accessing, we're basically telling the computer to do this, grab this, 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 this. So this should actually be facts. Where am I? Facts. Facts. Okay. Next, we want a random number. So we can say const random num equals math dot floor math math. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. Math dot floor. Okay. Math dot random. And then we are going to multiply this by our fact dot length. So this fact dot length, because remember we already grabbed all our facts. Okay, so this is going to basically give us a random index, and then we could say const let's say const facts, right? Const, so every time we click on it, it's going to give us that specific fact equals our fact, right? Our fact, that fact at our random, at index of random number. Okay. I hope that's correct. Alright. Yeah, that should be fine. Task 9 done. Task 10. Create a P element in animal facts. Let's go here. Where's animal facts? Okay. Create a P element in animal facts and give it an ID attribute equal to facts. To fact. You can use this to grab the element, set its value to the randomly selected fact, and place it at the end of the event handler function for each animal image and event listener, which will listen to a click. Set its value to our event handler function. Now save the code and click on an animal. We should see a fact pop up on the screen. Alright, create a P element in animal facts. So here we've got animal facts. That's just for our images there, so you can just put that over here. Create a P image, P tag, sorry. Create a P element, X, P element, and give it an ID of fact. Okay, give it an ID of fact. We can use it to grab the element like this. So when we grab it, we're just going to grab it like that. Set its value to the randomly selected fact and place it at the end of the event handler function. This is our event handler. Equals, say facts, like that, equals our facts. Let's save. Please don't break. It's not broken. It's a good sign. Moment of truth. So the moment we click, let's say dolphin, I should receive a random fact about the dolphin. It's not working. Now save the code. Let's see. Where could I have possibly gotten wrong? PID fact. That's correct there. So it's something wrong here. So set its value to the randomly selected facts. If I change this to facts like this, no. It could be that it's actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think it should be e dot target. But did we add? Were we supposed to add an on click? So for an animal image, add an event listener, which will listen for a click. Sorry guys, I made a mistake. So here, I'm supposed to say on click. Sorry. I'll just do that. Like I just rush it, you know. On click, and it should be the display fact. Because right, not broken. Thank goodness. Now when I click, there we go. How about that? Alright guys, so initially, remember, I had to fix a few things. I swapped my E and my target around, and also I added this here, the on-click display fact. So my on-click handler uses this function here. So now every time we click lobster taste with different legs, can you see it's a different fact every time we click on it. Dolphins have been shown to give distinct names to each other. Starfish have no brain and no blood. Dolphins have two stomachs. So it chooses a different fact each time. Okay. Next, let's add one last feature to our awesome app. Create a show background constant. You can set its value to either true or false. If show background is true, background should show up. If it's false, it should not. Use the and operator in animal facts to implement this feature. Toggle the value of show background between true and false, and save the code to see if you got it working. So let's start off. It says here, create a show background constant. Okay, let's put it here. Const show background. Control C. Show background, and let's set it equal to false. Right? Then all right. So now we want to write an AND operator. So remember, an AND operator, it's either yes or no. Okay, so we could just say show background, show background, and background. So if it's false, it shouldn't show background. See what happens. So now our background is loading. But our random facts are there. Okay, that's cool. And let's see if it works. If I switch this to true, the background should appear. There we go. All right, guys, I'll leave the bonus for you guys to figure out. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful to anyone out there in the world who's busy with Codecademy. Uh, you know, happy coding.